Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. I'm Steve the Human, and welcome to another edition of A Dramatic Reading. Today we're going to read another work by one of our favorite fanfic writers here in the Waffles community and on this channel, Ms. Talos Angel. This will be the third Talos Angel fanfic in my career that I have read, and it's one for Ctrl-Alt-Delete. It's called Ctrl-Alt-Delete, a love story. Let's begin. Author's Knots! I sincerely apologize for anybody who read my previous story. I was going through a bit of a rough patch, and I got depressed, and well, the alcohol had a lot to do with it. Anyway, just wanted to let my reader fans know that I am not the dead right now. I'm just lazy writing fanfiction. And I.O. can still write for you. Thank you for all you have done. Anyway, the story. Ctrl-Alt-Delete, a love story! Lucas was sitting at couch playing video games on his TV and Xbox 360. This game sucks, Lucas sneered, squinting his eyes. Not as much as today, Ethan remarked, holding the phone. Lucas turned his head and looked into Ethan's eyes with concern. Ethan, what's wrong? Ethan put the phone back on the phone holdy thingy and turned to Lucas with tears in his eyes. Leela just miscarried our baby, Ethan explained. Now my only son and daughter are probably dead. Lucas was shocked. All this time, Ethan had been bragging about how he made Leela pregnant and he was going to have his own son and daughter in months. But nobody expected something like this to happen. Gee. But Lucas couldn't think of any other words to say. And to be honest, he himself was a little devastated. It's okay, Ethan insisted in between sobs. I still have you, buddy. What about Leela? Lucas asked Ethan curiously. We broke up, Ethan unfortunately mentioned. She didn't even stand to look at me. Come on, Ethan, Lucas encouraged. Let's play some Grand Theft Auto 4. Then he made room for Ethan to sit on the couch. Thanks, Ethan said. But let me get us some coffee first. Ethan got the coffee. It was 1987 Maxwell House, and he brought some back for Lucas and himself. Then he sat down on the coffee and began to drink it. That must be terrible, she leaving you, Lucas mumbled sympathetically. I really don't know what to say. It's not the breaking up that got me, Ethan explained further. It's that our son and daughter died, and I feel like I'm somehow responsible. Lucas moved closer to Ethan and put his arm around Ethan, which made him smile a sad smile. Lucas, Ethan said weakly, there's something I've been meant to tell you a long time ago, when Leela first got pregnant. Lucas leaned closer. Yes, he asked, not knowing what to expect. I love you, Ethan explained. I've always been in love with you ever since we were younger. But Ethan, Lucas asked, surprised. What about Leela? What about her? Ethan asked. I just stayed with her so I could have my own son and daughter, but I've always intended on somehow winding up with you instead. Lucas was flattered. You would really do that for me? He asked with happy tears in his eyes. Yes, Ethan said back to him. Oh, Ethan! Lucas yelled with joy, then hugged Ethan and kissed him on the cheek. There's one more thing I need to take care of, Ethan said calmly and affectionately as he reached into his back pocket. What? Lucas asked with anticipation. Ethan pulled out a box, and in that box was a diamond ring with an emerald and a sapphire on it. Will you marry me? Ethan asked Lucas. Lucas's eyes welled up with tears and he said, Yes, I do, Ethan, my love. Lucas passionately kissed Ethan on the lips, and when their eyes met, it was true love. Ethan deepened the kiss and they began to make out. Ethan's tongue went into Lucas's mouth and Lucas moaned with satisfaction. They continued to show affection for each other long and lovingly into the rainy night. Then they went to sleep. At their wedding in Las Vegas, Ethan got his best wedding dress, and Lucas got a really cool-looking tuxedo, like the one Tuxedo Mask wears, and they walked up to the altar where the guy who marries people was standing. Though he was uneasy doing same-sex marriage, he knew that they would be happy and not be in trouble together.
Now, you should say vows,
the guy said to them. Lucas smiled. I, Lucas, hereby take you, Ethan, into my arms as my wife, for all time until death do us part, to love and to cherish, forever. Ethan smiled back. I, Ethan, hereby take you, Ethan, into my arms as my husband, for all time until death do us part, to love and to cherish, forever and ever. The guy looked at them both.
Now, if there are any objections to this marriage, let them speak now or forever hold peace.
Objection!
They heard a voice from the back of the shabby Las Vegas chapel. It was Leela! Leela! Ethan shouted in surprise. I thought we broke up!
We did!
Letha explained angry.
But you need to do more with life than just more video games! You do enough of them as it is!
Ethan was confused. I'm marrying Lucas and starting a family, Ethan explained. Not making more video games. Leela stared cold into Ethan's eyes.
Lucas is a video game,
she said calm. Ethan looked over, and she was right! Lucas was a video game for the PlayStation 3 called 2 Human! No! Ethan ran out of the chapel, ran home, and drank beer until her passed out. The end! P.S. Despite what you may think, I am still working on the sequel to Mountain of Promise, and I am going to call it Chance of Eternity. It will come out whenever I feel like finishing it. And that was Dramatic Reading Theater. I'm your narrator, Super the Human, and you all have a good day. Continued to show affection for each other long and lovingly into the rainy night. Then they went to sleep. One choppy transition later, at their evening in